Dark Northwest is a horror audio drama containing mature themes. For content warnings, please see the episode description. Inspired by reported paranormal events, this podcast is a work of fiction. Real locations and historical figures may be referenced, but all characters, dialogue, and storylines are fictionalized for entertainment purposes. The creators make no claims regarding the accuracy of the events portrayed. Listener discretion is advised. You are listening to Tales of the Dark Northwest, created by Ron Leota and Kirsten Fay, starring Alex Gardaby, Kirsten Fay, and Robbie Clifford. Guest narration by Yoshi Vu. Music by Aaron Edens.
In an old bar in downtown Boise, Idaho, two friends met up over drinks. The bar was a classic dive with dingy walls, lingering smell of cigarette smoke from times before the practice was banned, and just the right amount of patrons to make the place feel alive, but not overcrowded. Rick sat with perfect posture across from Jeff, who slumped in his chair, nursing his second beer.
Come on, man. It's been a year since you and Lisa broke up. When are you going to get back on the proverbial horse?
This again? Rick, I'm not sure I'm ready.
You say that every time I ask. I get it. She broke your heart, and that totally blows. But you are young, and these are supposed to be the best years of your life. Tell you what, come with me to Strangelove this weekend. I'll wingman for you. It'll be like fishing with dynamite.
I don't know, man. Maybe.
Yeah, that's Jeff for no. I'm gonna sulk in my apartment again.
It's getting late. I'm gonna head home.
It's 9.
And I have to work tomorrow.
Whatever, bro. You have to get out of this funk someday.
Jeff rose from his bar stool and waved at Rick, half dismissively as he headed for the door. He stepped out into the foggy streets of Boise and began the several-block walk to his apartment. It was an unusually quiet Thursday night near Main Street. As he rounded the corner, the lights of the Egyptian Theater billboard cast an ethereal glow on the sidewalk. Standing on the corner, silhouetted by the glowing haze, he spotted a pale young woman with dark hair and delicate features in an old-fashioned faded azure dress. For the first time in over a year, he felt his pulse quicken.
She's beautiful.
Jeff crossed the street. He was moving on instinct, not knowing what he would say to the woman. He stepped onto the sidewalk about 50 feet away from her, not wanting to increase the awkwardness of the interaction. As he slowly approached, the woman stepped into the foggy street. Jeff strained his eyes to follow her movements, but she was gone, seemingly swallowed by the mist. Shaken by his encounter, Jeff returned home to his apartment. He was greeted by his most trusted companion, a large, shaggy brown mutt he'd ironically named Fido as a bit of a joke. The dog wagged his tail and lowered his head as Jeff patted him.
Hey, buddy. Who's a good boy? Should really clean this place up.
Fido knew he was the good boy and licked Jeff's hand in approval of the praise. The apartment was modest for downtown Boise, though not well kept. Empty boxes of old takeout littered the surfaces around the living room. A PS4 was plugged into an outdated flat-screen television, his only source of entertainment as of late. He turned it on and went to his trusty streaming app and selected a mindless reality show. He lay on the beat-up leather couch he'd been using as a bed for the past year. His bedroom still held too many painful memories of nights spent with Lisa. Fido curled up at the foot of the couch. In the morning, Jeff went to his office job, a simple data entry 9-to-5 he'd worked the past several years to pay the bills. After work, he checked his phone and saw a message from Rick. No work tomorrow. Time to go fishing. Strangelove. 8 p.m. tonight. Don't be lame. Jeff decided to not reply, intent on being lame and spending another night alone with Fido. After a few hours of solo gaming in his apartment, Jeff began to dwell on the woman he'd seen the night before. Despite his normal preference for solitude, he got up, grabbed his coat, and headed for the door, fantasizing about seeing her again. When he arrived at the Egyptian Theater, he was surprised to see the woman in blue standing at the corner again. He mustered his courage and approached.
Excuse me, miss?
She didn't look up. The woman continued to stare across the street as if searching for something, her long, dark hair slightly covering her face. Jeff blushed and considered walking away.
Well, I wanted to say that your dress is beautiful, and if you want me to leave, I totally understand. I don't normally do things like this.
The woman slowly turned her head towards him. Her skin was flawless, like porcelain. She gave a somber smile.
I am waiting for someone, but it has been a long time.
Their eyes met, and Jeff could feel his cheeks burning. He struggled to find what to say next, daring only to look at his shoes.
I am sorry to hear that. Do you need someone to walk you? Never mind.
When Jeff glanced up, the woman was gone. He peered up and down the street, but there was no trace of her.
Damn it, you scared her off. She probably thought you were some kind of stalker. Good job, Jeff.
The man returned home, disheartened. He spent most of the next day sulking and watching the same shows he used to watch with Lisa. By 9 p.m., another light fog had settled over the city streets. As Jeff walked to the park, letting Fido do his business, he thought about the strange encounters with the woman in blue and decided he'd take the long way home, past the Egyptian theater again.
This is stupid, boy. It's not like she's going to be there 3 nights in a row. Whoa, hey, come on, stop pulling.
Fido tugged at the lead and moved quickly toward the glow of the theater billboard, weaving through pedestrians. As they got closer, the dog suddenly stopped.
What is it, boy? What's gotten into you?
Jeff looked up and his jaw dropped. Standing on the same street corner, wearing the same blue dress, was the woman. Just as the nights before, she stared out across the street. Taken in by the sight of her, he didn't notice that other passers-by seemingly ignored her. Without thinking, Jeff approached her.
Hey there, remember me?
Oh, hello again, sir.
Jeff. My name is Jeff. I never caught your name.
It's Maria.
And this is Fido. He's normally super friendly. I don't know what's up with him tonight.
Fido hid behind Jeff's legs, peeking out at the woman. The dog shook at the sight of her.
So, are you waiting for someone in particular?
I am looking for someone.
Still?
The woman stared at Jeff with somber eyes, a look of confusion on her face.
Yes. I have been waiting a long time.
Who are you waiting for?
A friend. Someone I was hoping was something more.
Oh, so, like your boyfriend?
He is a man, only a few years my senior. I do not think he is coming, though.
Well, I know what it's like to have someone you care about let you down. It's hard.
Yes.
Fido's patience was fading, and he tugged at his lead, trying to pull Jeff towards their apartment. Jeff turned to calm the dog.
Hey, I'm sure you're fine on your own, but do you want me to wait with you or walk you to your car?
A cold breeze blew and chilled the air. He turned back to the woman, and yet again, she was gone.
What the hell? All right, boy, we can go home. Maria.
Jeff had a worried smile as he said her name and walked Fido back to the apartment for another night on the couch, watching reality television to lull him to sleep. After a lazy Saturday spent ignoring the chiding texts he'd received from his friend, he checked his phone. One missed call and a voicemail from Rick.
Hey dude, it's me. I'm going to Strangelove again. Look, I know Lisa walking out on you got in your head, and I'm trying my best to be patient with you, but I can't keep cheering from the sidelines for a team that's determined to lose. I'm worried about you. Hit me up.
Jeff considered the offer. He didn't want to let Rick down. He was the only friend who hadn't grown distant after the breakup put him in a funk, but he wasn't ready for the nightlife Rick enjoyed.
Are we going to sit in this apartment alone forever, boy? Why do I keep doing this to myself? Hey, at least I tried talking to Maria. That's progress, right?
By 10 p.m., Jeff was restless. He'd been thinking about Maria and wondered if she would be at that corner again. He thought about going to see her and smiled.
This is crazy, boy. She's just some random girl waiting on another dude. Screw it.
Jeff got up and did his best to make himself look like he hadn't spent a year gaming on the couch. He grabbed his coat and headed out. It was yet another foggy night on the dimly lit streets of Boise. When he got near the Egyptian, he caught a glimpse of Maria standing on the corner in the same blue dress. He knew that level of desperation, that sadness. He'd spent so many nights waiting for Lisa to come home. He felt a connection.
It's a cold night.
Oh, hello again, sir.
Jeff. You can just call me Jeff.
That is right. My apologies.
Aren't you freezing in this weather?
No?
Do you want some company while you wait? Is it cool if we stand here and chat?
I do not mind. It's been lonely.
So, this guy, tell me about him.
He is a childhood friend. Someone I've grown very fond of. I thought he was beginning to feel the same way about me.
But?
I do not know. He said he would meet me here. That he wanted to talk about something important. I suppose I got my hopes up.
Why do you keep coming back? Wasn't he supposed to meet you a few nights ago?
I do not know.
So, how long have you lived in Boise?
My whole life.
Jeff shivered and glanced down at his phone to check the time.
Hey, do you want to go get some coffee? I know an all-night diner near here that we could warm up at... And she's gone again.
The strangeness around Maria disappearing so suddenly didn't escape him as he returned home and lay on the couch. Despite this, Jeff couldn't stop thinking about her. A part of him knew she couldn't have gotten out of sight so quickly, but it only intrigued him further. He fell asleep for the first time in a year without turning on the TV. For several more nights, he met Maria on the corner and made small talk. He knew his growing infatuation was strange, but what stood out most was the disappearing act she'd pull every night. The few times he managed to see it, she would step into the street and the fog would seemingly wrap itself around her. He tried to rationalize it every time, but was growing weary of his own excuses. A week after their first meeting, Jeff found himself at the same dive bar with his friend Rick, a Thursday night ritual they'd shared to keep his spirits up since the big breakup.
So, you ghosted me about going out last weekend. I know you're going through some shit, but you could have at least hit me back.
Sorry, I've been kind of busy.
Busy doing what? All you do is work and hang out with your dog at home. Other than these Thursday night hangouts, you really don't have a social life.
It's nothing.
So it's nothing, but you've been busy. Oh, come on, dude. I'm your best friend. You can tell me anything.
Well, I've been talking to this girl. It's really nothing.
Whoa. You've been talking to a girl? That's awesome. Tell me about her.
Well, it's not like we're dating or anything. I mean, I met her on a street corner near the Egyptian.
Oh, that kind of girl.
Rick, not like that. I met her one night while she was waiting for a friend, and we talked. Yeah, I meet up with her there to chat sometimes. That's it.
On the street corner?
Yeah.
You know that sounds really weird, right? Like, You don't go eat or even walk around. You just meet on the street corner and talk?
I know it sounds off, and maybe it is weird, but it's been good talking to someone new.
So, you into her?
I guess. I don't know. She seems kind of hung up on this other guy. Maybe I'm just helping her pass the time.
Well, why don't you just tell her how you feel?
Because we met like a week ago. I mean, come on, man. Can't you just be happy I'm getting out and meeting people?
Okay. I'll stop with the third degree.
Rick and Jeff shared another round before saying their goodbyes. With a little bit of liquid courage coursing through his veins, Jeff decided to see if Maria was out again. He spotted her a block away, still looking mournfully up and down the street as he approached.
Hey, still waiting for him?
Oh, hello, Sir Jeff.
Sir Jeff. I like that. Making me sound like some kind of knight. Was that a laugh? Did I actually manage to cheer you up?
I suppose you did. For a moment.
So, are you going to disappear on me again?
I do not mean to.
You know, I've been meaning to ask about that. If I'm bothering you, I promise I'll leave you alone.
No, it really is no bother. I enjoy your company.
Then why run off?
I do not know.
Well, I enjoy your company too, Maria. It's been really great talking to you. But I'm worried about you.
You should not worry yourself, Jeff.
I mean, I gotta ask, why do you keep waiting for this guy?
I do not know anymore. I suppose it is the proper thing to do. We grew up together, and most girls my age are engaged or married to their sweethearts. I have had nothing more than a few fleeting moments of passion. Perhaps that's why he never really looked my way.
Jeff reached out and gently grabbed Maria's hand. It was ice cold to the touch. She looked up with surprise, but didn't pull away.
Well, if it means anything to you, I'm looking your way.
Thank you, Jeff. That does mean a lot to me.
For a moment, their eyes met. His gaze moved to her soft, slightly parted lips, and Jeff thought about kissing her. But not even the cheap beer was enough for him to muster it. They both smiled and let the moment linger.
Maybe we can finally go and get that coffee and warm up? There's a Poseidon's coffee that's open late. My treat?
What?
Oh, I know, it's a big chain, the kind of lame, but their mochas are incredible.
Maria looked at Jeff with confusion.
Your hands are freezing.
Maria pulled her hand away, and sorrow returned to her face.
I am sorry. I cannot go with you. I have to wait.
For some guy who doesn't even care enough to show up?
I beg your pardon?
Sorry, but if he can't see that he has an interesting and beautiful girl that's out here waiting for him, then he's an idiot.
I think you should leave.
Maria, I'm right here, right now.
Maria looked away, distressed.
I'm sorry. I totally overstepped there. I had a few drinks with my friend before coming here tonight, and I'm just being stupid.
Jeff, please leave.
Okay. I'll go, but I want you to know that you deserve more than just waiting around for some guy. I mean, even if you aren't into me, you're great the way you are.
Oh.
For the first time since meeting, it was Jeff who disappeared into the night. He wanted to glance back at her, but couldn't bring himself to look for fear of crossing the line yet again. When he arrived home, he turned on the television and slept with Fido by his side. A few nights passed before Jeff got the courage to go talk to Maria. He walked down the street with purpose, intent on apologizing again and trying to make amends with the only woman he'd truly spoken to since Lisa left. When he got to the familiar street corner, Maria wasn't there. He hoped that his words got through to her and that she had given up on waiting, despite the disappointment he felt in not seeing her. Time passed as Jeff's visits to the corner became more infrequent, but every so often, he'd go out of his way to check, hoping he'd see Maria again. It had been a month since their first meeting. He'd finally deleted the pictures of Lisa from his phone and decided to take an evening drive to clear his head. Fog had settled over the cold streets of Boise as he mindlessly drove. He hadn't even realized he'd turned onto Main Street when he spotted the glow of the billboard at the Egyptian. He almost swerved when he saw Maria standing on the corner in that same blue dress. He pulled over a block away and got out to speak with her.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm really sorry about the last time we talked.
No, it is all right. It gave me a lot to ponder, but my thoughts kept coming back to what you said. I know he is not coming. I think this is the last night I will be here.
Maria looked at Jeff, her porcelain skin reflecting the neon glow. Tears welled in her eyes as she struggled to speak.
He was supposed to walk me home.
I could walk you home if you want.
I think I would like that.
Maria and Jeff walked down the street together, their bodies moving in tandem with one another.
I'm sorry he never showed up. But I'm glad you're moving on. Not knowing whether someone you care about is going to come back is the hardest part.
You were waiting for someone too?
Yeah, I was. For a long time. But I know she's not coming back. My girlfriend left me about a year ago. I got home one day and all her stuff was gone. She was just standing in our half-empty apartment and told me that things weren't working out for her anymore and left. I tried to talk to her, but she never returned any of my calls or messages. Really did a number on me. And we were together 4 years. I'd kind of been walking in a fog ever since. And that sounds totally lame.
No, I understand. I feel the same way. I had been pining after him for some time. He was very special to me. I thought it meant something more. It seemed like we were growing closer, but he never arrived. I even thought I saw him across the street and ran to him, but I was mistaken. I feel like I have been stuck there ever since. I do not normally talk to people who approach me, but you seemed different. A kindred spirit, perhaps.
Yeah, I know this may be weird to say, but you're the first woman I've tried to talk to since my ex. I mean, I talk to women at work or when I'm buying groceries or whatever, but you're the first person I've approached just to talk to, you know?
Yes, I understand. I am glad you did. It has been a lonely time for me.
Me too.
The pair stopped in front of an old church. A single porch light dimly lit the aging exterior and trickled out into the sidewalk. Jeff and Maria were now facing each other, and they both took a half step to stand closer. Jeff's heart raced.
We don't have to go home if you don't want to.
I cannot. It is... Jeff, you are a good man, and I think you are the kind of man that I hoped my friend would turn out to be. I am sorry you have been in so much pain for so long. You are a special kind of person, and have shown me great kindness.
Their eyes met for what seemed like the 100th time that evening. Jeff leaned towards Maria, his breath creating a cloud in the air between them. They lingered in that space, nearly touching, speechless, not knowing what to say. Without thinking, Jeff leaned toward Maria and kissed her. When their lips met, Jeff's warm skin felt the frigid cold of Maria's, and he pulled away. She looked at him with confusion as he moved his hand to his own lips, feeling the residual chill from the kiss.
I'm sorry, that was stupid.
No, I enjoyed it.
Maria's pale hand reached out and gently grasped Jeff's. The chill of the night on her palms sapped the heat from his hand, but he was not deterred this time.
It has been a very long time since I have felt the warmth of another's touch.
Jeff moved in close and embraced Maria, pulling her into a gentle hug. Maria could feel Jeff's pulse through his jacket and could hear the deep, steady breaths he took.
Maria,
Hush. Let us enjoy this moment, for it is fleeting.
Tears welled up in Jeff's eyes. A year of depression and loneliness poured out of him in this moment of pure kindness. Despite her cold skin, there was a radiance from Maria. She pulled his head to lay on her chest and stroked his hair as he let out all the pain he'd been carrying. Jeff's warmth poured into Maria as she realized that she didn't need to wait for the man she had chased for so long. And it was bittersweet. They spent a few minutes of tender silence, punctuated by tears.
Thank you.
why are you thanking me?
I have been waiting in this place for so long. I was waiting for something I did not even know I needed. That my worth is not measured by what others expect of me. I wish I had known you long ago, but I am glad we had this time together.
What do you mean? We have all the time in the world. We could...
I want you to promise something. You are a good man, and you deserve happiness. I want you to stop hiding from the world and share your warmth. You have no idea how much this has meant to me, and I wish it could last forever.
Well, I promise, but I don't understand.
Kiss me. One last time.
Jeff leaned close to Maria and closed his eyes. With bated breath, they drew closer again. With a lingering quiver, their lips met in a passionate embrace. This time, she felt warm. Jeff lost himself in the deep connection with Maria. He felt himself swept away to another place. He opened his eyes and panicked as Maria was gone and didn't recognize where he was. As his eyes focused, he saw a muddy dirt road and the buildings reminiscent of an old-time movie set. After a moment, he noticed a few of the historic buildings from Main Street, but here they appeared in their prime. He looked across the street and saw Maria in her blue dress waiting on the corner. Where the Egyptian usually stood, there was nothing more than an old general store. Maria's cheeks were flush from the cold. She looked left and right with disappointment on her face. Jeff tried to call out to her but found himself frozen in place, silent. He was nothing more than a witness. Maria glanced across the street. For a moment, he thought she was looking at him, but realized her eyes were following a man in a black suit. She waved, but he didn't look over. Without looking, she stepped into the street and ran toward him. She stopped halfway across the road, and Jeff could see the disappointment on her face as she recognized the man as a stranger, not the beau she was waiting for. In an instant, headlights from an old motor carriage pierced the fog. Jeff tensed up as every fiber of his being fought to warn her about the oncoming vehicle. As the car was about to strike Maria, a white light blinded him, and he heard her voice one last time.
You are a good man, and you deserve happiness. I want you to stop hiding from the world and share your warmth.
The buzzing in his pocket snapped him back to reality. The streetlights cast a gentle glow on him. He wiped the tears that had been streaming down his face and looked at his phone. It was another missed call from Rick.
Hey, dude. Met a girl tonight and told her about my awesome buddy. She's bringing a friend with her to the bar tomorrow night to meet you. This is my Hail Mary. I'm literally setting you up for a layup on this one. You should really join us. You deserve to have a good time. I mean, if you aren't getting anywhere with the street lady.
Jeff walked home in silence. When he got into his apartment, Fido ran to him. Jeff fell to his knees and hugged his old friend close. After a few moments, he stood and looked at the old couch.
Come on, boy. We're sleeping in the bed tonight.
Jeff climbed into bed and thought about his experiences with Maria. He'd always known there was something strange about her, and after the evening's revelations, it all made sense. Despite missing her terribly, he was filled with relief knowing that not only did he help her move on, but she helped him start over. He slept the first good night's sleep he'd had in over a year. The next evening, Jeff walked to the old dive bar to meet up with Rick. He took a deep breath as he put his hand on the antique doorknob and thought about Maria one last time.
Thank you.
As Jeff walked in, Rick's eyes lit up, and he said something inaudible to the woman across the table. Rising from the table was a brunette with striking features. Her blue shirt was accented by the bar lighting as she turned to greet him.
Hi, I'm Naomi. Your friend has told me a lot about you.
Jeff. My name's Jeff.
Greetings, Darklings. Thank you for listening to Episode 6 of Tales of the Dark Northwest. Thank you to all our patrons who helped make this episode possible. We want to give a big shout out to our acolytes of the dark on Patreon, JP, Alicia, Carissa, and Greg. An extra special thank you goes to our heroes of the dark, Rainbow, who wants to welcome any friends of DeSoto that came to listen from our Jumbotron on the Greatest Trek podcast, Ron's old adventuring buddy, Mr. Bond, Shanzan, whose last communication on the mountain was this Patreon sub, the mysterious Sloth, and Zachary Smith, who paid me to say he's my personal favorite. If you'd like to support this independent production and get access to bonus content, visit patreon.com/darknwpodcast. For more information, check out darknw.com. Join us next month for episode 7 of Tales of the Dark Northwest.